Well, I think part of the reason for a lot of things is always timing in relationships. So you have 50 Cent versus Joe Budden all over again. Let's go. The picture within the picture says 50 Cent needs therapy. Joe Budden says 50 Cent is wrong. I'm going to prove why that's not even true.
About a year after 50 Cent gets shot, he's in the studio and Ja Rule and Irv Gotti run into him and this big altercation happens. 50 gets cut. The story of 50 Cent having an order of protection after that incident.
None of them cooperated. I looked into the incident and I wanted to make it one of the violent acts. The engineer in the studio, he's the one who wanted arrests made. He wanted to sue. When he went to the DA's office, they automatically attached like an order of protection against anybody involved who was a victim.
And what I'm holding in my hand, I'm gonna leave with you, man, is an order of protection. An order of protection for Irving Lorenzo to stay away from Curtis Jackson. That's 50, y'all. AKA 50, AKA 50, AKA informant, AKA I'm telling.
Wow.
You understand? So I just want everyone to get clear. That little incident we had at the Hit Factory, you know, he tells you about it.
A little stabbing with the butter knife.
Yeah. It was a little altercation.
It's not like 50 Cent asked for an order of protection from, Chris Gotti or somebody. And the Gottis have always thrown that out there, and it's all bullshit. It's just Irv being Irv. Gotti destroyed that company, and he was a talented guy. He was riding high. How culpable he is in this shooting of 50 Cent, I don't know. Shooter that McGriff takes to get 50 is promoted to Ja Rule's bodyguard.
50 gets shot, but he doesn't cooperate.
I chased after him forever, and I couldn't get him to cooperate.
And I was going to make a bigger video on why 50 Cent hates Irv Gotti. So if this video does 3K likes, then I'll go ahead and put it out, and we'll get it basically going tomorrow at about 8 o'clock Central Time. That's 9 o'clock East Coast time. That's when we'll drop it. So if this video does 3K likes, I know you guys want it. Or if we, seeing a bunch of comments, over 1,000 comments saying, yeah, drop the Irv Gotti 50 Cent video because it's very important to us right now, then I got y'all 100%. But when people like Joe Budden speak and they say stuff like that, you act as though those things didn't matter. And Joe, you were around the time that all of this was happening. You are very aware of the BS that went on. So for you to sit up here and say that stuff is disingenuous at best. But you know what? Let's go on and see a little bit more as to 50 Cent's response. Then 50 Cent response, stay out my mix, Joe, talking about I need therapy. B, you need to stop walking around naked. The F is you doing in that hallway with your balls out, punk.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell, too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news.
So I kind of wanted to highlight this real quick because I think it's very important, right? Because some people are going after Joe Budden, including 50 Cent, and I've seen a multitude of people do this. So one thing I want to do is I want to get it right and not be right, and that's what we're on. So if you will indulge me, check this out. It says on December 30th, the Edgewater Police Department issued a statement announcing that Joe Budden had been charged with lewdness. According to the police, doorbell camera footage allegedly captured a naked Budden repeatedly attempting to enter a code into his neighbor's door keypad before returning to his own apartment across the hall. In a formal complaint, the neighbor reported witnessing Budden's actions live via their phone's video feed, along with their two children. Now, why you would be watching this with your two children, yeah, that smells like a lawsuit to me. Because if you're watching one of those websites where it got a couple of X's on it, you're not going to sit here and do this with your children. So I find that last statement to be laughable. In the statement, Chief Donald Martin emphasized that the charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Joe Budden, podcast host, is scheduled to appear in court this month. According to a press release issued by the Edgewater Police Department on Monday, December 30th, a 44-year-old was charged On December 4th, after a neighbor reported seeing him completely naked in the hallway, the incident was allegedly captured on a doorbell camera. Authorities responded to the scene after receiving a call from Budden's neighbor at approximately 7:21 a.m. The neighbor claimed that Budden was seen attempting to enter a code into the keypad or door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. The charges were filed on a complaint summons. The Edgewater Police Chief Donald A. Martin emphasized in the release that these charges are merely accusations, adding that Budden is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. As the legal drama surrounding Budden's lewdness charge unfolds, the rapper and media personality's lawyer is now fighting back against his allegations. Attorney Nima Amiri, or Amory, I don't know how to say it, so I'm going to just do my best, representing Budden, issued a strong worded statement on New Year's Eve calling the Edgewater Police Department's press release inflammatory and slanderous. It is important to clarify that Mr. Budden was never arrested, and the incident reference was a result of a well-documented medical condition known as sleepwalking, a condition that Mr. Budden has a long and public history of, Amory said. The attorney described Budden as the real victim in this situation and revealed that his client has filed several criminal cross-complaints related to the incident. Amiri further alleged that the police have failed to address these complaints in a timely manner. In a sharp critique of the authorities, Amory also suggested that the racial bias played a role in Edgewater Police Chief Donald A. Martin's decision to issue a public press release about the charge. Had Mr. Budden had not been a prominent black voice for his community, we do not believe such a press release would have been issued over these mediocre allegations, the attorney said. We are confident that a review of Edgewater police records will show no precedent for issuing a press release about a white individual charged with a disorderly person's offense before their court date. So, Amory also released a statement to TMZ explaining Mr. Budden is saddened by Police Chief Martin's press release. Mr. Budden has been waiting weeks for his cross complaints to be processed, which include substantially more serious charges, including possible felony charges against the persons behind these charges against him, she began. The chief has, in our opinion, sat on those, but instead used his time to gain some free publicity for himself. Chief Martin should seek publicity by doing notable policing, not inflaming disorderly person allegations, the attorney added. The allegations against Mr. Budden are a minor charge, not even resulting in an arrest, a charge Mr. Budden is looking forward to beating in court on the merits, not in the press. The chief's comments are reckless, Amory continued. Our research has not shown a single press release on a disorderly person charge on a police website this year. In December 29th, the episode Joe Budden podcast, the show was notably not filmed in its usual setting, Budden's apartment. The host explained that the local government no longer permits filming in those videos, hinting at ongoing tensions tied to his current legal situation. Addressing the alleged hallway incident directly, Budden offered his perspective, admitted, I just sleepwalked somewhere that I shouldn't have sleepwalked. That's what happened. He also acknowledged his habit of sleep. Yeah, we ain't finna sell that. Basically sleeping naked, adding a candid layer to his explanation, reflecting on the ordeal. Budden remarked, I did it again. Nobody could go through his stuff but me. It's only me. So you got to deal with what comes with that. All right. Here's what I know, right? 50 rocks with Drake.
Okay, because of the success, he's feeling the backlash of his success. He lashed everybody.
Yeah, you had the list.
That don't feel like 50 Cent? Cool. There was delivering G Unit and G Unit not. I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Drake such shots at Joe. Joe's response is, you're a walking corpse. So basically saying, you ain't got anything going on, so I'm not even about to indulge with you.
Drake, don't shoot at me now that you ice cold. I'm not doing it back and forth with a corpse. Get shot all through the year and then pop up like Bernie at Weekend at Bernie's wanting to shoot at me now.
That's how I take that and look at that. 50 being the friend that he is basically like, oh, well then I'll give you that static too. Because out of all the people that he decided to go at, why did it have to be Joe Budden like that? Now, 50 is petty enough to say, you know what, no matter what, cool. I'm definitely going to go ahead and say something regardless of anything because that's what I do. And his track record would reflect that, except for Why didn't he say this last week? Just say. And on top of that, with Joe Budden being one of the biggest podcasts on the internet as far as the hip-hop community goes, there's a ton of stuff 50 could have came after him for. But it is what it is on that part. I don't believe that 50 Cent did this solely because Joe Budden basically said what he said about him. I don't think that's it at all. I think there's more to the story. I think there's an underlying thing with 50 messing with Drake and Drake not messing with Joe and Joe not biting at Drake, which is funny because if y'all remember, your man Joe Budden went on a slew of disses, I think like 3 or 4 of them.
Quitting was bad, you made me proud, lad. But it seems my child mad with all the clap that he grabbed. It's still doubts from his dad. You got Starbucks, hauling Joe and you. I parted rain lightning fast. Just what Joseph do, a black cloud all over the six. You don't know is we the most kindred of souls. I should've did this 2 Kendricks ago. You wanna sing? Well, let's get into the show. Gucci wasn't home 2 seconds before you wrote his dick. Body Versace flows, copy that he stole. I else meal, sorry, really. We want a party album, but you keep stealing all the party albums. To go and put it on your party album. Real up in his clothes, really got a hole in this singing very out of control. Wish we can go back and grab the Blackberry with the scroll. Aubrey, that's the one we trusted. Not this new Aubrey with his stomach sculpted. I'm disgusted, you such a fucking incumbent. Like,
and your man Drake only responded with basically just hitting him with the little pump it up jingle on that song. I ain't gonna lie. It was one of the ones where Drake won the victory without even doing anything.
Pump it up. She got a good head on her, but I pump it up. I'm not a one-hit wonder, they know all my stuff.
And to be fair, I rock with Joe Budden. I like his music, bro. I think Joe Budden will go down as one of the top 5 most underrated and overlooked rappers ever. You can go listen to all the Mood music. You know what I'm saying? What was his last one? Ghost in the Machine, or the Broken Hearts one with the angel with the arrow in his back and stuff like that. Yeah, bro. Joe got some flame, bruh. I believe he started the wave of these rappers expressing themselves.
I deny my son. I don't see him, don't talk to him. I don't greet him, don't walk with him. But I pay for him. Like, is she wrong using him so I could come back? Am I wrong for wishing I could get my comeback? It's like they keep trying more and more to subdue me, and only you understand, signed by yours truly.
Neither here nor there. Joe, you gotta fire back. You got to. But I think Joe's firing back is going to be somewhat sarcastic, and he probably going to take the high road and be like, 50, you're right. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Because you can't win against no damn 50 Cent, bro. It ain't going to happen, man. So, yeah, I don't know, bro. But as far as Drake go, man, Drake, just get on a club wave, man. That's all you got to do. You clearly afraid of Kendrick. You won't say nothing else about Cuz. So leave that alone. Just go. Put out club bangers for the summer. And everything, nobody will even care anymore. Because one of the things that Drake did is exactly what Kendrick did. So they're both using each other. If you think that this freaking album dropping the week after the Super Bowl was merely coincidence, it wasn't. Drake used that same wave that Kendrick used on Drake. It just is what it is. And I'm tired of you morons who act like y'all know Kendrick's whole catalog when you don't. Kendrick drops an album every 3 to 4 years. That's proven. Not only that, Kendrick's albums have always been impactful. That's proven. Not only that, Drake started the beef. It wasn't Kendrick's fault. And y'all Drake fans, shut up. He kept asking him, drop a 50 band for the mob in the spot. Oh, I was really, really trying to keep it PG. Y'all remember that part, right? And then Kendrick said, just keep it wax. Drake went after family. So you fans, I get it. Y'all got to support Drake and stuff like that. And I'm somebody who listens to Drake's music a lot. But bruh, truth is truth. So Joe, if I'm you, I'm calling out 50 for being a lapdog for Drake and trying to stay in the cool crowd. This would be my point of attack because honestly, 50, you do need some therapy, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, you definitely need some therapy. We all need some therapy, but 50 Cent, you need some damn therapy, bruh. There's something wrong with you. We all find it hilarious, and maybe that's the competitor in you and everything like that, and saying you need therapy is not a bad thing. But Joe Budden, he may need therapy, but he ain't wrong. Let's understand something. He may need therapy, but he ain't wrong. You can't hang around a person who shot at me, and it's damn near proven that the person that you rock with told y'all to reward this man for almost killing me, and I'm supposed to be cool with that. In what world? See, there's a comment that drops every once in a while where we speak on beefs with these older cats and everything like that, and they say, well, why can't they indulge in peace? They are indulging in peace by not going after each other physically. Doesn't mean just because we saying we could be peaceful that, you know, hey, bruh, something gonna go down or it's not gonna go down. No. Just keep it all internet. Keep it all entertainment. I'm gonna bash you on these interviews. You're gonna bash me in these interviews, but we're not gonna see each other. And that's all that matters. But y'all, let me know your thoughts on this, man. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Whose side are you on? You on Joe Budden's side basically saying 50 need to cut it out? Or y'all on 50 Cent's side basically saying, man, hell nah. Ain't no, hell nah. You need to get your house in order, naked man. Cheeks are flapping out. You probably looking, you know, I ain't finna do all that. But I know some of you, pause. I still don't get the pause shit. I don't. Because why am I saying pause if you knew my intent was not, but I don't get it. I still don't get the pause thing, so maybe I'm just getting old. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this one. And we're only like 100 people away from 210,000K, so we about to be 90K away from the PlayStation and Xbox giveaway. Y'all, hey, we going up here, man. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.